Along, and we are going to be going out today till probably about, I'd say for about 3 hours, maybe 3 to 4 hours. We're going to go out, we're going to see what we can do. It's about 10 till 4. We're going to head towards the Charlestown market and see what we can make here. Our goal, as always, is to make $100. That's going to be our goal, and we'll see how we do with that. So also, we're going to go around and we're going to do the same thing we did on the last ride along. We're going to talk about some topics, some news, some tips, some tricks. So we will talk about some topics on that, and we'll throw them out here. So the first topic we're going to talk about today, and we will do that after we get our first order and get it delivered. That's when we talk about a topic. But the first topic we're going to talk about today is going to be Decline of Grubhub, and we're going to talk about why I think that is, what's going on. I want your thoughts, put it in the notes. What's going on with Grubhub? And is it declining in your area? Maybe this is just something in my area, but I've noticed a huge decline in the quality of orders, and I have a theory on why that is, and we're going to talk about that. So, all right, guys, we will be back. I just want to get us rolling, get us started, get us introduced. We're going to start heading out. I'm going to leave and get on the road and hopefully get my first order relatively quickly. Alright guys, so I'm back. So I did get an order finally. Didn't take me long. I actually stopped off for gas, and I'm actually committing one of my cardinal sins that I probably will come to regret, but I got a $10.50 Dairy Queen order going 10.1 miles. I doubt there will be anything extra, but it's literally covering mileage that I'm already planning on traveling. So I figured, well, why not? Because I'm going to be going these miles anyways, why not make some money while I'm going? I don't know that I'll get another order, in the area that I'm going to be dropping this off in, but you never know. What's going on, guys? Dad Dash back here with another update here for you, and of course the promised topic we're going to talk about here ended up being $10.50 with no extra tip. So on to the topic at hand. As promised, we're going to talk about the decline of Grubhub, and this is just something that's on my mind a lot, because Grubhub, when I first started, was the premier app, in my opinion. It gave great payouts. All the information was there. It was exactly what I wanted out of an app, and I even commented, if you go back into some of my earlier ride-alongs, talking about singing the praises of Grubhub, and that has all substantially changed. As the degradation of Grubhub goes, I believe it's all tied into the buy-in. I think that for some reason they believe that is going to be the way that you're going to get profitable, is by cutting back on the drivers, and I think it's because they've got DoorDash has been a more DoorDash-like mentality, because that's what Just Eats is about, and they're very similar, I think, to DoorDash, and their approach is to try to obviously cut one of their biggest costs, and that's labor. But I think it's up to us as drivers to make sure we stay focused and remember who we are. We are gig business operators. We are operating a business. But anyways, guys, that's the talking point there. I am now heading towards my market, where I'm going to be settling in for the evening and trying to make my money, and that will be the Charlestown market. So I'm going to jump off here and try to get myself ready here. Update here. So just got done with an order. I got into the market, got a Five Guys and $9.25 order, and snatched that up, got it down here, delivered it, and it turned into a $10 order. So it's my first hidden tip order of the night. There will be a lot more, I think, up here. There always is. So that puts us at about $20.50. So we are about 20% of the way done. So we will go ahead and set the next topic of the evening, and that topic is going to be, it's it's an article. I'm going to tell you about an article I read today in my area. It was right up in the state over from me, where an Uber driver was gunned down. Okay, so it's something that I think anybody out driving, and we're going to go over what you need to do, how you can make sure you're as safe as possible. We'll go over some of the safety features and things that you need to have with you when you're out, and just to be careful, especially if you're doing rideshare, which I don't do, but even food delivery can be dangerous as well. But we'll talk about that after we get our next order. After we get that order done, that's when that topic will be discussed. So stay tuned, keep with me. Alright guys, I will be back as soon as I get an order to go over it, let you know what it is, and we'll take it from there. Alright guys, Dad Dash back here again with another update. So, good news to report here, we got another hidden tip. Like I told you, there's going to be a lot of these tonight because this market has a lot of hidden tips and the people normally tip very well regardless of the app up here. Now, this was a 5-mile order. It ended up turning into a $10.50 order. We had $7.50 tip, $3 base pay, and that $3 tends to be typical up here for the orders. So not a bad order at all. So that puts us at basically about $31 for today. So we're about 31% of the way done, and we're not even at 6 o'clock yet. Again, nothing from Uber, nothing from GrubHub, hoping that those apps wake up and join the party, because right now DoorDash is carrying all the weight. Now, as promised, I told you I was going to talk with you about a very tragic story. First off, I'm not going to name any names. You can look the story up. It's in national news. But it's regarding a driver out in the state of Pennsylvania who, this happened the other night, I think 2 nights ago, and the driver picked up a passenger. She was an Uber driver, and this gentleman held her at gunpoint, drove her around, ordered her to empty out money from her bank accounts into his account electronically, She begged for her life. It was actually caught on her dash cam. When the dash cam footage ended, she was still alive, but the next morning she was found with a gunshot to her head. This gentleman was eventually caught. Very tragic story, but a very cautionary tale for anyone out there doing what we do. Remember, we are going to people's homes. We are going to, if you're doing rideshare, you're putting strangers in your car. So, you need to take precautions. 1, dash cam. 2, be aware of the panic buttons that are inside the Uber app and inside the DoorDash app. DoorDash now has a feature that you can hit the little shield and it will immediately call, I believe it's ADT security, and put you on the line with someone if you're feeling unsafe. Uber has the same thing, and it will notify a contact that you put in there that you're in trouble, and it will immediately allow them to be able to track your phone, track your ride. These are important things. If you are in a place that you're concerned about, maybe it's a high crime area, inner city, I recommend you get some mace, because that can help you to, and if I was doing rideshare, I definitely have mace. I don't personally carry any type of mace or anything like that, but I think it's a great idea if you're in an area you're concerned about. I am not particularly concerned about the areas that I'm in like that. Maybe I should be, but I think I understand fully what I need to do. And then the other thing is making sure that you're always looking around, you're not distracted. For me, I'm always needing to fill things in. I never do it in front of a customer's house. I never sit in front of a customer's house and do it. I simply pull up, always staying in the car, and I'll pull up to a light, or I'll go to a well-lit parking lot down the street. But if I can sit at a stoplight or a stop sign, I'll do that, as opposed to sitting in, never ever am I sitting with the car unlocked. I get in and I move on down the road, and then I'll log in whatever I need to. Most of the time, everything I'm logging, I'm capturing. I'm taking screenshots of everything. So if I'm not feeling like I'm particularly in a safe place, or it's really dark, I'll just screenshot everything I need to, even go as far as taking a picture of my mileage, so that if I'm logging all that, when I get to a place, a well-lit parking lot, the next restaurant, my house, I can log all those things in. But you just need to be aware. Awareness is key. If you ever get in a situation where you're very concerned, call someone, right? Have them on the phone with you. If you don't have a loved one you can call. Like I said, DoorDash has a great feature. You can call in it. Each app normally does. GrubHub doesn't that I know of, but in that case, call a loved one or someone that you can get on the line with you. Or just don't do the order. Cancel the order, take the food back to the restaurant. But this is definitely not worth your life. It's not worth putting your personal safety at risk. You just got to always be aware that what we are doing does have risks. Because we are going to people's homes, and we're going sometimes to the hotels, and up to, rooms and knocking on doors. Lots of things can happen, and you have to assume the worst, unfortunately, to make sure you're safe and come out. So you've always just got to be aware, and always just make sure you're completely present with what's going on. So, anyways, guys, that is the tragic story. Look it up on Google. If you Google Uber driver PA shot, you'll find it. It's a very tragic story. My condolences go out to the family. It could be any of us, right, that's out there doing this job. Very scary. But it also, I felt, made it a relevant point to discuss safety and to say, hey, listen, we've got to be on point at all times from here out. So, all right, guys, I am heading back to the shopping plaza that I like to park at and stage at, and I'm hoping that maybe this time, we'll get a crack at an Uber order. If not, I'm pretty confident that DoorDash will come through with something. We've got a Chinese restaurant, Taco Bell, Applebee's, Ruby Tuesdays. We got a nice little spot right here that when the dinner rush hits, it'll throw orders at us. So, all right, guys, I will be back to update you on the next order that I get. Let you know what it is, what we ended up with, and we'll take it from there. All right, guys. Talk to you soon. Alright guys, I'm back with an update. So actually that order turned out way better than I thought it ever would. I was predicting $7.50 to $8. It was a $13 order for 3 miles. So that was a fantastic DoorDash order. Kudos to DoorDash for that order. Kudos to the customer as well for giving me a $10 tip. That's right, it was a $10 tip, $3 base pay. I got the base pay right, got the tip wrong. So, as promised, I will announce my next topic because I got an order, right, almost as soon as I got done. So I'm going to a Mexican restaurant right now. The next topic that we're going to talk about, which I will talk about once I complete this order because I'm heading to pick it up, is what should you be looking for when picking orders? What are the things that you should be looking at on your order screen? What are the things you should be taking into account, in that 30 to 40 seconds you have to determine if an order is profitable or not? And, what are the quick things you can do to try to make sure you're getting the best orders you can? Alright guys, so Dad Dash back here. I know it's kind of hard to see me because it's gotten dark, but I wanted to go over the last order that we got, and that was the Mexican restaurant that I picked up from. There was a slight wait, it was about 5 minutes long, but overall the order took under 20 minutes from pickup to completion to receiving the order. So not bad at all because we did get $8. Let's talk about about our topic of the day. So what is our topic of the day? Our topic of the day, as I announced earlier, is what should you be looking for when you're picking an order, right? What are the things in that 30 to 45 second window you have with these apps? What should you be looking at? What should you be basing your order selection on? And one of the things that I like to base my order on, or order selection on, is obviously when you're picking it, you've got to be looking at an earn rate, right? And the earn rate is simply what are you generating and how quick are you generating it? So the way you're going to be able to calculate this is you've got to look at it in terms of, all right, how many orders are you looking to do an hour, right? and what are you looking to generate per hour, and what time frame are you looking to work. So if you're looking to generate $75 and you know you have 3 hours to work, you're needing to generate 25 or more per hour is what you're going to have to do while you're out. So you're going to have to be making sure that when you're looking at these orders that, setting up an order amount of $9 or higher is going to be a good place to start. Because if you're not doing at least $9 or more, then when you do you times 9 times 3, that's going to put you at $27. You know you're earning at a good rate. So that's the first component. The second component, so you want to go $9 or more, is time. And you got to look at the time. And you got to figure out, all right, if you are going to be doing $9 for 3 orders, that means the orders need to take 20 minutes or less, okay? And you need to be able to give yourself some time in there to, find another order. So you need to be looking at the time of the order, and then you need to be looking at where is it taking you. So you need to be able to look at your map, and that comes as knowing your market, driving your market, becoming familiar with your market before you start working it. So you understand, okay, if I take this order and it lands me where it's going to land me, am I going to need to drive 5 to 10 minutes back in the direction of the restaurants in order to be able to get an order, or am I going to be able to get orders right away? If you're going to be able to get orders right away, then you're good to go as far as saying, okay, well, I know I'm going to start getting offers as soon as this order is over with. So I'm pretty good as far as looking at the time of the order. So if it takes me 20 minutes, it's fine, because I'm going to get another order and I can turn an order over within a minute, and then I just need to find another order that fits that criteria. So you've got to be able to look at these things and determine these factors within 45 seconds. So the first thing you're going to do is know your market ahead of time, okay? And then secondly, you need to understand where you're looking at. Where is it taking you? What is the location? And is it going to be a location that's going to require you to have some travel? If it is, then you've got to take that into account, because in other words, let's say it's going to take you 20 minutes to do the order, but 5 minutes to get back. That's 25 minutes, okay? So now if you're accepting that at $9, you're not going to be able to get 3 orders in an hour at $9 unless you might, but you're going to have to be, putting some pressure on yourself. You have about 17 and a half minutes for the next 2 orders. So you have to understand, what's the likelihood that I'm going to find 2 orders at $9 or more at 17 and a half minutes to get them done? If it's low, then you're going to need to pass on that order, okay? And then move on and see if you can find something else. However, you need to also understand, what is your market volume like, right? If you've worked this market and hey, market volume is low because it's likely that I will not get a stream of orders in coming after. So in other words, maybe I'm getting an order one order every 2 to 3 minutes, and it's a slow market, then you may have to consider saying, okay, well, maybe I need to keep earning, because if you stay too long, right, now you're cutting into that hour that you're trying to generate for. So, Alright guys, I am back. I am sorry for the abrupt cutoff there. You may have seen some blue lights in the background, and holy cow, my world got shook for a second. So guys, big lesson learned. Know your speed limits. The speed limit switched to like 25 from 40. And luckily this police officer was extremely nice. And he, I explained to him I was a delivery driver, and he let me off with a warning. So I am very fortunate that this individual, that police officer, hats off to him for being very understanding. The lesson learned, I'm going to be watching closely, because I realized just how close I came to basically having all this end, because I believe if I get a speeding ticket, it's over. DoorDash will fire me, all the apps will cut me off, and it's not a good thing. So What I was talking about was order selection, and on the topic of order selection, I think I pretty much covered it all for the most part. Knowing your market, knowing where it's going to drop you off was what I think I was talking about. I'm pretty certain I went back and looked, and that's what the last thing I was discussing. And that's very important, that you've got to know where the order's going to end up. And on topic of this, I have a great example that's happening as we speak. One of those too good to be true Uber orders came through, $26 and I think it was 74 cents. And I'm like, heck yeah, man, I will do this all day. 13 miles, I'm thinking, okay, 13 miles, including, a mile to get there. I figured it might be, I don't know. I was looking, once again, I had my directions all wrong. I cannot read an Uber map to save my life. I'm going to be in my home market, is where I'm going to end at least for DoorDash. Uber, obviously there are no walls or boundaries. But, so now I'm kind of in an interesting quagmire. Do I travel 13 miles back, which that order more than covered me to travel 13 miles back, which would probably put me back about 8 o'clock. But then it would still have me 30 minutes from home. Whereas I'm about 15 minutes from my house, and if I go towards the center of that market, take myself off the list for DoorDash up here where I was at, and gamble that I can get on with DoorDash in my home market, which is not a certainty, okay? What do I do? I don't know. Guys, I'm back with an update here. So, made that delivery for the Uber order. And as I was delivering it, well, right before I was delivering it, I made the decision in the call to go live with DoorDash, thinking, well, this little area up here does have some DoorDash opportunities. So I went live with DoorDash, and I immediately got a Dollar General, like 17 item order or something like that. Maybe it's 11 item, but it was a significant amount of items. And I said, nah, it was like $9. And I just said, no, I'm not going to do that. That it just didn't make sense to me to do it. So, I went ahead and made the call to turn that order down. And then I pull up and made the delivery to the customer. And as I'm walking back to my car, I get a $10, I think it was 62 cent Uber order. Maybe it was 52 cent, something like that. So I accept it, and I'm driving out of the neighborhood, going down to the local Taco Bell that's right down the street. They normally do a pretty good job up there. It's only going to be like 5 miles. And the customer contacts me, says they want to cancel. So I call Uber, let them know I want to cancel the order. They said, go in your app and cancel it. So I went in my app and canceled it. Didn't get paid a dime for it or nothing. All right, guys, I will be talking to you soon. I will be back with an update when I get an order. And till then, I'll talk to you later.
Don't even think about it. Don't even think about it.
What's up, guys? So we're here on Order Watch right now. I've got, the phone fired up here. Basically, here's where we're at, to give you an update. So I went ahead and took a Buffalo Wild Wings order for $7. It turned into $8.50. So we need $10.01. It's about $8.26, and we've gotten a few orders come through, but so far, nothing that I felt was worth taking. I feel like we have a little flexibility here. I did get a $10.50 order going 8.8 miles, way in the opposite direction. I could have taken it. I don't think there was really extra money. Here we go. All right, so we're up with Wendy's. Let's go in and see what we got here. So that is a no-go. That's 9.7 miles, $7. We're going to turn that down. Order too small. That's too small to do that kind of mileage. So we're just going to have to keep plugging along here. We got Uber. Now we got Martin's. Let's see here. Martin's has a 10-item, 15-unit, 9-mile batch. Martinsburg. Let's just see where that order is going to go. So that's going to go up to Inwood, 9 miles in the opposite direction. So we're going to leave that one on the cutting room floor, I think. Come back to that one, see what we got. And in a few minutes, we should get our Uber order. So I will come back here in a little bit. I'm going to keep searching for an order, and when I get an order up, I'll come back and take it live. All right, guys. Talk to you in a minute. All right, guys. So here it is. We've got an $11, 6.7 mile order, 3 items, Thai food restaurant. I think I'm going to accept this. And there it is. We did accept it live here. All right. I'm going to get head on over to the restaurant. The restaurant's right behind us. This will be the final order of the night. We'll see how it goes. Hopefully it's worth it, and we'll take it from there. Alright guys, so we are back here. We're in the driveway. So just to give you a recap, I did the order for the Thai restaurant when we left. I was, had just picked it up. It ended up being more than I thought it was going to be. It ended up being $9.17 tip with a $3 base pay. So it came out to $12.17. So we ended at about $104.67 for today. So not a bad day at all, in one sense. The Uber order, I think, ended up, we could say, maybe backfired on us a little bit because we did not get orders as fast as I would have liked. Now, we did get that $10 Uber order as soon as we dropped it off, but then that got canceled, and then we got kind of left out there hanging. And we did not earn fast enough. We needed to get a really big order to kind of make up for that dead time, and we didn't do that. We made like $21 in like an hour and a half, which, if you're doing the math on that, that's not good. So, we are done. I am in my driveway. I mean, we did make our 100. It just took a little longer than what I would have liked, but that's okay. No big deal. Hey, we can say it was a successful day. Bit of a crazy day. Obviously getting pulled over and all that good stuff. I mean, this is what makes this a unique thing to do here. But it also tells you how fragile it is and how quickly things can get lost. So it's just important that, you make sure you're abiding by the speed limit and not taking unnecessary chances with your livelihood. But anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Hit subscribe, share the video with anybody you think that might benefit from this. And, of course, like the video to let YouTube know that I'm doing a good job. So, guys, I hope you enjoyed tonight. We did get into some topics. Like I said, it was quite a night. So I appreciate you guys riding along with me. I will see you soon. Talk to you soon. And we're going to go ahead and roll the financials. All right, guys. Talk to you in a little bit.